The 38th Annual Governor's Breakfast is about to get underway this morning at the Wexford Civic Center in Cadillac.
The Cadillac Area Chamber of Commerce hosts the event each year, all to help lead discussions on business and education. 7 and 4's Alyssa Heron joins us live this morning from the breakfast, where Governor Snyder will take the stage in just a few hours. Good morning, Alyssa.
Good morning, Brennan and Melissa. Joining me now is the Cadillac Area Chamber President, Bill Tenza. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Glad to have you guys here.
Of course, and it's a very big morning. It's the 38th Annual Governor's Breakfast. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, let me start with a big shout out to 7 and 4 for taking a couple of Career Tech Center kids to be a job shadow today. I salute the station. That's kind of the texture of this. There's a lot of collaboration. It's about careers, it's about education, it's about business. So big ups to 7 and 4 for having a couple of kids join you today.
Yeah, and tell me about some of the people that are going to be involved with this breakfast today and kind of how it ties in education.
Well, it's a 50-50 split. We have about 450 people from business that are here that are great supporters of the Chamber, and then approximately about 450 kids from three-county area, the Wexford Missaukee ISD, those high school, mostly seniors. And it really is about messaging about education, but careers, business. It's largely an apolitical event. This year it might have a little different tone, but with that said, and then we build in a lot of collaboration with volunteerism, certainly with the kids. We try to incorporate kids as part of this process, give them some real-life curriculum, and you know that's evidence today. We've got kids who are early working with you.
Absolutely, and some of the band members were just trickling in behind us. So is there anything new this year at the Governor's Breakfast?
There's always something new that we do, and the band, that's a great prompt, because now typically with logistics it's hard to do or rotate bands. This year all 9 high schools that attend this are kind of a hybrid all-star band. We're calling it the Wexford Missaukee ISD All-Star Band. So it's pretty cool that kids from a 3-county area are coming together for this event, match their skills and talent and be one team. So that's cool.
Absolutely, and now I have to ask, there's been a lot of talk going on about Governor Snyder possibly running to be president. Tell me, what are your views on that?
Well, I don't know what my views are, but what I think is good with some of the exposure going to the West Coast and the East Coast is talking about a good story in Michigan right now, and that's not all bad. I'm sure that's going to have a heavy overtone today because it's on the heels of that. I think it's interesting. It's been a long time since somebody from Michigan tested the waters, if you will. And I think that will permeate today, but we hope we stay in the context of what this event's about because it's really been structured and it's got a lot of history. I'm sure the governor, and I'm sure your station will ask similar questions to him, and I'll let the governor on his behalf speak for himself.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. And speaking of that, we will be sitting down with the governor after breakfast, and we'll have that interview on 5 and 6 o'clock tonight. Reporting live in Wexford County, Alyssa Heron, 7 and 4 News. Plus, I'm here live at the Wex in Cadillac for the 38th Annual Governor's Breakfast. People are already starting to trickle in, and coming up, we're going to be talking about what they'll be discussing at today's breakfast. You're watching 7 and 4 News today.
7 and 4's Alyssa Heron joins us live this morning from the breakfast, where Governor Snyder will take the stage in just a few hours. Good morning, Alyssa.
Good morning, Brennan and Melissa. Joining me this time is Lee Richards. He's the president of Avon Automotive. And as you can hear in the background, the band is already starting to practice. Several students are here getting involved. First of all, Lee, you have a very important position in today's breakfast. I want you to kind of tell me what that is and how you've been preparing for it.
Well, I've get to introduce the governor this year, which is exciting. I think we've got a great program here today. We've got 850 people, 550 students, I think, and the rest are community leaders. So I'm excited to be up in front and participating in the event.
Absolutely. And kind of tell me about the overall annual breakfast. What kind of takes place during the day?
Well, it's been going on for a long time, 38 years, I think. We've had it varies a little by the year. The governor has flexibility to do as he or she wants to do, but we go through some introductions, myself and a few others, and really give the governor the chance to talk about what's going on, what their agenda is, what challenges they have, and also to, I think, challenge the students for where they want to go, what they're going to do, and usually there's a big message to the education part of it as well.
Absolutely, and there's been a lot of talk that the governor may be running for president. What do you have to say about that? Is this good or bad for Michigan?
Well, I don't know whether he's going to or not, or announce, but I think it has to be great to get Michigan in the spotlight and get someone from Michigan in the race and to be considered for everything that's the challenges we've had are well known, and certainly feels like we're recovering, and I think it's going to be a good thing.
Absolutely, and kind of hit on some of the discussions that might be taking place during today's breakfast.
Well, there's no doubt it was a fairly contentious election not too long ago. There's no doubt it'll be talking about education. That's a big part of the audience here today, and the business community. And Cadillac's a bit unique in that we've got a big industrial base and we've got recreation and tourism, but it's still a small town, so you can kind of hit all the parts of and all the talking points in one small town. So I think
absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and we will be sitting down with the governor after breakfast today, and those interviews will be on our 5 and 6 o'clock tonight. Reporting live in Cadillac, Alyssa Heron, 7 and 4 News.